So the question is, in the 15 years that I've been in the real estate consulting business, the interface with the consumer has changed dramatically, and what kind of changes have I seen? So that's a great question, because there's been some dramatic changes. In fact, right when I started in 2008 was when one of my competitive advantages was my previous businesses put me relatively ahead of the curve in the on the tech marketing side, the internet marketing side of things, and so I was able to leverage that nicely. But at the time, the primary role of a real estate agent was really one of a gatekeeper to information. You know, you couldn't really get access to all of the listings. You couldn't get access to sales history. There was so much that was behind the veil. Different brokerages would release different amounts of properties. There wasn't a real centralized source where someone could get all of the information and make sense of the data themselves. So the qualifications to be successful as an agent will really just get a license and leverage your position as a gatekeeper. So the skills required on the consulting side were really low. As that information, access to information has changed dramatically, like right by about 2010, 2012, we started to see consumers get access to a lot more information. We saw consolidated websites that had all the listings in one place, and so consumers were coming to the table with a lot more information. In fact, if they were honed in on a specific property type, price category, you know, it's not impossible even to this day where a consumer is going to have a better temperature check on a specific product category than what even the expert might have. For me, I have embraced this from day one. I was one of the people originally saying we need to put all the information out there. Even today, 2023, getting sales data, sold numbers is difficult, and you still have people in our industry trying to prevent that information from being released publicly, and it just blows my mind. Why would we not want our clients to have all the available information to guide a decision? And then I can layer in my expertise specific to their goals, bring in all of the industry knowledge and tricks of the trade and tactics and strategies that aren't just gatekeeping data. So yeah, consumers are way more educated now about what's going on in the marketplace, and I love it. It's made my role infinitely more valuable, and I think we need to continue to support release of more data to the consumer so that we can focus on what we do, which is marketing, which is life planning, which is negotiating. There's so many skills that aren't required me to just go and retrieve information. You know, throw in this, what we're seeing right now in the world of artificial intelligence and information retrieval. Even taking a bunch of information and organizing it is really a low value skill now, and not where I hang my hat in terms of the value I bring to my clients. So when we layer over this dramatic change in the industry over the last 10 years, and for a consumer now to start to think about what do they need to consider when they're making a selection around who's going to help them guide their real estate decision, consumers need to really dramatically increase their expectations and increase the qualifications of the agent that they're considering working with. You know, the fees in our industry are relatively standardized. There's no set fee, but if we interviewed 100 agents, talked about their fees, we know whether a buyer's agent or a buyer specialist has 1 year experience or 20 years of experience, there's probably going to be a very similar fee. So as a consumer, I talk about this so often that you really need to look for more than just a license, you know, more than just affiliation with a successful brokerage. The individual that you're working with needs to have demonstrated experience in the areas of importance to you: strategic life planning, negotiations, marketing strategy, marketing planning. These aren't skills that are taught in the licensing, in pre-licensing. These are skills that are learned in the field. And you know, my point that I say over and over and over again, when it comes to baseline level of experience in real estate trading, in real estate consulting, it's a minimum of 5 years and a minimum of 100 trades. 5 years so that we've seen at least more than one market condition, and 100 trades so we've seen most of the different things that are going to show up. And so if I'm looking for an agent in 2023, I'm looking for a massive amount of experience, and they better know what they're talking about, be willing to give advice, not just let me decide what's best for me, but actually have a prescription based on their identification of my problem.